I'm Cindy.
I'm Peanut.
And you're watching Wolfpack News. And for today at Admin's Corner, we have
the beautiful Miss Sandra Johnson.
I'm Alexis and I'm here with
Miss Johnson.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the end of the year graduation and Hoopla Fest.
Sure. All right. We are. Let me look at my calendar. We are a week out. Today is Wednesday. We'll finish next Wednesday. Next week is a half day, 63% day. As we come to an end this week, guys, you know we're taking our final exam. So today, our 9th through 11th graders start their exams. Seniors have taken theirs. Seniors' last day will be on Friday. And that's also our Hoopla Fest. So we hope you guys come out and have a lot of fun. I'm taking a look at the agenda now. The sponsors have a lot of great things planned. Student Council has some great things planned. So we're just praying that the weather holds out and you guys can enjoy your day for Hoopla. It's also campaign season. We have our students that are running for offices for Student Council, and that includes Mr. and Mrs. CCHS. And we'll be voting tomorrow, Thursday, 4th block. So just a reminder, you have 4th period exams, but we're also going to vote before we take those exams. So just an FYI. And next week, we're just trying to closing out, finishing up. Some students have already asked me, Miss Johnson, do we have to come? Of course I got to say, yeah, you got to come. So just make sure that you close out everything. Your grades are done. Your attendance looks good. And I want to wish everyone a very happy and safe summer. I appreciate having you guys this year. You've been nothing but joy, nothing but a blast, and take care.
Thank you.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Ash. And we're here with.
Jasper Lewis.
Jason Spencer.
And the question is, what are you doing for summer?
Playing basketball, you know, just being with the fun at.
I'm playing basketball, some football, might go on some trips. That's me.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Ash. And we're here with.
Terrence.
And the question is, what are you doing for summer?
Probably going on a couple of trips or something like that.
I'm working. Practicing soccer and band.
And how would you describe the school year?
Stressful and messy.
Long, funny, and playing. It was fun. Long and stressful.
I'm Jade.
And I'm Ash. And we're here with.
Jay.
Tyson Bernice.
Nick. Zero.
And the question is, what are you doing for summer?
Moving to Texas.
Sleeper.
Going to Chicago.
Football training.
Football training and work.
And how would you describe the school year in 3 words?
Realistic, crazy, and amazing.
Funny, chaotic and crazy.
Funny, awesome, and crazy.
Stressful, eventful, and chaotic.
Stressful, adventurous, and outrageous.
Thank you.
Good morning, Wolfpack. I'm Lori,
And I'm Mia, and welcome back to Obscure Oddities.
where we discuss anything from conspiracy theories to cryptids.
And today, we're talking about Unit 731.
Unit 731 was a Japanese biological and chemical warfare research unit established in 1936 after the passing of the Geneva Protocol, which banned the use of biological weapons.
Inside the unit, extreme human experimentations took place. Over 300,000 people died as a result. Some of the people experiments included disease injections, controlled dehydration, vivisections, amputation, and standard weapon testing.
What's worse is that the victims of these crimes were not just kidnapped prisoners of war, but were also pregnant women, children, and even babies born inside the facility.
These poor people were officially referred to as logs whenever information was reported.
Unit 731 was run by General Shiro Ishii, a combat medic. Unfortunately, he was never punished for his war crimes due to a deal with the United States.
Some researchers were captured by the Soviet Union and tried, but those caught by the United States were given immunity in return for information gathered during Unit 731's experiments. Shiro Ishii was one of many granted immunity.
He later died from laryngeal cancer at age 67.
Today, there are dozens of articles, books, and documentaries across the world that cover the events of Unit 731. We can't go into much detail here because of just how gruesome some of this stuff is.
So be sure to check out some information on this. Until next time. Wait,
What's wrong?
there is no next time. This is it.
It really is, but we still have so much stuff to talk about.
This is the last episode of Obscure Oddities.
Man, I can't believe it is.
You know, we may have thought a lot, but you weren't so bad.
You aren't so bad either. You're actually quite horrible.
Okay, you know what?
With
I
your-
tried to be nice, but you always... Tom.
I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
Bob.
We're gonna miss all of you guys.
Thanks for sharing this time with us.
Goodbye, Wolfpack. I'm Lori,
And I'm Mia.
I'm Bob.
and
This has been Obscure Oddities.
Good morning, CCHS. I'm Mr. Grant, and we're here with an old tradition that I like to have called the Riff Off, where I have a student and I play guitar, and we kind of just show off our skills. Sadly, my previous person has gone off to better things. I've graduated, but I have found a new fellow student to help do this. And your name, sir?
Thomas Lewis.
Wonderful. All right, so Thomas, would you start us off?
Of course.
Very good, thank you, sir. Now, due to time, my guitar has kind of died and went to heaven, so Thomas has been gracious enough to let me borrow his for this show. So. next one, sir?
One from Gojira, one of my favorites.
Okay. All right, very good. right, guys, thanks. Thank you, Thomas, for coming out and jamming with me. It's been fun. I'm glad we can continue this off. Hopefully we'll do it again next year. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Softball and baseball tryouts for the high school will take place on Monday and Tuesday of next week, May 20th and 21st, 4 p.m. through 7 p.m. Participants need to enter the facility through the north entrance in between the softball and baseball field. Tryouts are open to all and participants must be currently enrolled in the CSD. All participants must have a current physical in order to try out. Physicals are good for 1 year. Tryouts are closed to the public. All participants must have their own glove. Softball/baseball attire is encouraged. All participants will be evaluated in their ability to throw, run, hit, catch, and field. Coaches will also be evaluating discipline, coachability, and attitude. Summer school notifications will begin today, and for those students who will need to attend summer school, your counselors will call you in to help complete the registration process.
Hey everybody, this is the final week for School Fast Week for the school news, and I'm here with
Anton.
and
Prestige P.
and
Lil Remy.
and today these individuals are gonna answer 2 questions. What inspires y'all wardrobe?
Like anything black. I used to my life, I just like black.
Well, I go based off color coordination. You know me, being 18 today, my birthday, I don't even play with little kids. Yeah. Well, a whole bunch of time, color coordination, the weather really anybody red.
Okay, so last question. What are y'all words of inspiration for those who want to dress out and be themselves but are scared of what people think or the outcome of other people?
I mean, you can't really just let nobody tell you like what you can't fit, what don't go like go to the skin like that. If you feel like it's perfect for you, then just like you can wear what you want to wear.
You know, like I feel as though, like you should, if you wear what you want to wear and you wear what other people wear, no. But no, for real though, like you can be wearing a fire outfit, and if you don't feel confident in it, it's not gonna look good on you. You feel me? Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you should just wear what you want to wear. You got your own style.
Hello, horror fans of CCHS. I'm Jordan.
I'm Acacia.
And this is Nightmare Fuel. Today we're going to talk about a Garfield horror game the last Monday.
The story starts off with you meeting Garfield, who wants you to go to find his house key. You try going in the garage, but he stops you, directing you to the basement.
While down there, he tasks you with painting over sigils and opening a safe.
You find a small cage that contains disturbing drawings, likely done by a child. Once you open the safe, you take the relic inside and trigger an alarm, prompting you to hide before John gets in.
When you escape, you get into the gloomy house and paint over the rest of the sigils, and then burn the relic over the oven. In the oven.
The house becomes lively, and Garfield has you do simple tasks before sending you to dig holes in the backyard. But you find something horrifying.
You dig up a dead, bloody dog, and if you're well known with Garfield comic, you should put together that is implied that it's Odie.
So that poor dog. You begin to play as John back in September, who's at a house with no memory prior to arriving. When John goes into the bathroom, he uses the wire cutters he found to cut out his tongue, taking his ability to speak.
He's forced by Garfield, but instead of the feline, he's a demon that is inside John's head controlling him.
John is forced to break and enter someone's house, and it switches to you playing as a child that was hiding in the closet before being kidnapped. John then burns the house down.
The child is locked in a cage and at John's place until Garfield sets them free and then orders them to find a way into the garage that John has locked.
When they get in the garage, they find a book that gives them a visual of what happened to John that led up to first arriving at the house under control. The child tries to leave, but Garfield lashes out, wanting to know what his master is hiding, and they pass out.
When they wake up and find a paper that explains the sigils on the walls protect the house, and a letter from John stating that he, referring to Garfield, is used to control him and is not controlling the child to do bad things.
It makes sense by now. John doesn't usually see Garfield and only hears him, but Garfield takes the form of a cat when talking to the child, likely to make it easier to control him.
To get by this quicker, Garfield managed to control the child again, despite their resistance, and leads them to the basement and steals a relic. But this ultimately causes John to have to kill the child because they've gone too far.
The story ends with John leaving the dead child in the garage, and Garfield tells him that he is unshackled after the sacrifice of the child, and he'll take the stars from him if John plans to destroy him when they are alive.
He states to not to worry within time. John will see the child again and again until he takes back what's his, with it being only a matter of time before he mentally breaks.
The game then ends with you back at the beginning, arriving to help Garfield find the house key, thus implying that John is trapped in a torturous loop until he can successfully kill the demon.
Wow. What a way to turn a love comic strip into a straight demonic horror.
Right? I can't imagine being trapped in that kind of cycle. Or, well, imagine a beloved cat who hates Mondays to be a demon that wants control. I feel terrible for the child that got involved.
Well, that's our last episode.
We hope you enjoyed our show as much as we did.
Nightmare Fuel out!
Hey, my name is Kelsey.
Hey, my name is Kaden.
And you're watching Worldwide News.
Georgia passes controversial forging against bill despite widespread opposition.
Twin who fought off crocodile to save her sister's life receives Royal Bravery Award.
Blinken arrives in Lviv to reassure Ukraine of U.S. support.
Israel airstrikes kills 36 people overnight at 2 locations in central Gaza.
Blinken plays Rockin' in the Free World in Looker Bar.
Scientists solve giant hummingbird mystery with the help of tiny backpacks.
I would like to congratulate the class of 24 for a job well done. You did it. It's over. See y'all at graduation next week.
I would also like to give a special shout out to the upcoming classes.
Oh, we ain't congratulating now. High School Musical!
Your hands stink.
Hold on. Keep the camera rolling. I went down.
Oh, okay.